So how many shares of Amazon stock do you need to retire by 2030? I already did a Tesla version of this and you guys loved it. If you guys haven't watched it, check it out. But after this video. But you guys loved that video so much that I postponed my other videos to make this one. And well, here we are. Hey guys, I'm Curious Pejjy, and I'm a very curious person. I'm curious to know how many shares of Amazon I need today because I am a Amazon shareholder and I'm pretty sure you guys are too. That's why you guys are watching this video. But I want to figure out how many shares do I need today to retire as soon as possible and start enjoying life by 2030. Ripping down the streets with my new Lamborghini Huracan, or a Tesla Roadster, whatever, kind of like what Woojack is doing, you know what I'm saying? Anywho, I got to work and the results are pretty interesting. So let's get started. All I ask return is a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's go. So the first thing that we need to figure out is how much our monthly expense is going to be in 2030. Doing a little bit of the research, I found out that the average monthly expenses in North America today, or in the US, is over $5,000 a month, which is just absolutely crazy. That equals to 60 grand annually. That's a lot of money, but yet that's the average. But after doing some more research, it seems like this is for a family of two, which makes more sense. But in this video, let's be selfish and say you have your own goal to retire on Amazon stock individually. Individually, I'm talking about that you've maxed out your Roth IRA, your TFSA if you're in Canada, and overall basic needs that you only need to live on a monthly basis comfortably. That's what I mean. Well, in that case, you're in luck because the average monthly expense drops down to $31.89 every month. Let's just say $3,200 every single month for simplicity, which is close to 40 grand a year, which is not bad. Now that's today's money. $3,200 on a monthly expense is today's money. We want to retire in 2030. So obviously inflation has a big role here. So what I did was that I took 3% inflation rate every single year up until 2030, and we get $4,020. This $3,200 monthly expense you pay now will be worth $4,020 on a monthly expense in 2030. Sheesh, that inflation. But that's 3%. It could be less. But sticking with 3%, just be conservative. So $4,000 is what you need as a monthly expense in 2030 to live a good, comfortable life that pays off all your basic needs. But let's say that you don't want to live on a minimum lifestyle. You want to have some fun, go on a few trips here and there. So we're going to go ahead and slap on another $1,000 to that, making it $5,000. Now let's say by 2030 you decide to sell your entire Amazon stock because you get tired of holding it and just going all in on one stock. You get tired of that and you want to put it somewhere safe, like the S&P 500 index fund, which pretty much guarantees a return of 8 to 10% annually if we look at the history, but let's say 7% just to be conservative. Now that number that's needed to sell out of Amazon stock to put in the S&P 500 needs to be $850,000 in order to live off of it for nearly 50 years. One calculator says 48 years and the other one says 46. So we know that from mid to late 40 years is a good reliable time frame to look at for $850,000 with a 7% annual return. All right, I have to make something crystal clear here because in the previous video there was a lot of comments about it. This $850,000 needs to be invested in S&P 500 index or anything that can give you 7% return on an annual basis. In this case, we went with the S&P 500 because it has enough history. This 7% return that we're using here in this model is adjusted to inflation. So you get 7% return after inflation every single year. Now, if you decide to cash out this entire $850K and not invest it, it'll only last you 14 years, not including inflation. So 14 years. If you include inflation to that, it could be closer to 10 years. Bruh. So that's why it's very smart to take whatever lump sum money you have from your investments and put it into another investment and slowly withdraw. And in this case, we put $5,000 on a monthly basis is a very good amount to withdraw because that's how much you need to live a comfortable life. All right, now that we have that crystal clear, we have our monthly budget and we have how much we need. Let's go find out how many Amazon shares we need today. Let's go. So here's a simple Amazon retirement chart that I've made. If you guys have been watching this channel for some time, you guys are pretty familiar with this. Obviously, it's tweaked out a bit to make it towards retirement, but nonetheless, it's very simple. You got the total revenue, the net income, total net income, shares outstanding, the EPS, the PE. We also have the bear case, base case, and the bull case. Also note that the price right now, we're gonna go based off $3,100 per share. So for the bear case, if you guys haven't watched my updated Amazon stock price prediction, check it out. But we got a little over 1.4 trillion in revenue by 2030 and almost 200 billion in net income. Shares outstanding is going to be around 561 million by 2030. It's a little over 500,000 now. So I am saying they are going to dilute, because when we look at the shares outstanding history, they have been diluting, which I don't know why. They're making a lot of money. So I'm a bit surprised why they keep diluting. But to keep it conservative, I said 1.2 or 1.1.5% every single year to 2030, and we get 561 million shares outstanding by 2030. Obviously, the EPS follows that as well, and the PE for all three cases I put 30, just to be conservative. For the bear case, I said there's going to be annual growth of 27.5%, and then for the base case, I said 32%, bull case 37%, and here are the numbers that we get. All these scenarios can become realistic. It all depends on Amazon's performance. But at the end, I'm going to show you guys which one I'm leaning more towards. All right, let's get down to the stock prices. So the stock price pre-split for the bear case is going to be $10,340. After 20-for-1 split is going to be $517 per share, giving it a market cap of $5.8 trillion. Now, if you ask me, man, right now Amazon is almost at 2 trillion. So by 2030, it's only going to double. Nope. I just do not see that. Which brings us to the base case, and this is about $13,557 pre-split. After split is going to be $678, giving it a market cap of $7.6 trillion. Is this realistic? Definitely better than the bear case, but the bull case though. Pre-split stock price is $18,253. 20-for-1 stock split adjusted is $913 per share, giving it a market cap of over $10 trillion, which is not bad. Bear case is pretty much saying that if you buy today, you can triple your investment by 2030. Base case is saying that you can quadruple it. And the bull case is saying that you can have a 6x return, which is not bad at all. But let's see how many shares you need today so you can retire by 2030 in each three cases. The only question is that I have for you is that, are you ready? Because if you are, man, that like button should have been smashed by now, man. Come on, man. What's happening with you, man? God. All right, so the shares that's needed now pre-split for the bear case is 82 shares. Now, right now each share is about $3,100 per share. I mean that's pretty expensive, right? 82 shares pre-split is $250,000. Like that's a lot of money, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure none of us have $250,000 just laying around there so we can just pile into Amazon. I don't think that's realistic. I mean, even look at the post split when they do 20-for-1 split. It's about over 1,600 shares. I mean, that's a lot of shares. But if you somehow have that much money and you decided for some reason to plow it all into Amazon, well, by 2030 that should be worth $850,000. According to what we have here. But if the base case becomes true, and we all hope that it does, all you need is 63 shares. I mean, just a little bit less than 62 shares with a value of, well, less than $200,000 per share. I mean, that's still a lot of money. That's still a lot. I mean, again, I'm pretty sure none of us here have 200 grand just laying around so we can just plow into Amazon. But if you did have that much money and you decided to invest all of it into Amazon, it would be worth $850,000 by 2030. And the shares after the stock split, 20-for-1, will be 1,253 or 54 shares, which is still a lot of shares. Now, we all hope that the bull case happens, because obviously if the bull case happens, we need far less shares than what bear case and base case is anticipating. And if that happens, all we need is 47 shares. Not even, man, 46.6. Obviously, pre-split, we can't do that right now. Post-split, that would be 931 shares, which is so much better than 1,644 shares or 82 shares. Nearly almost half, which is incredible. But yet again, the value of this today is $144,000 for it to become $850,000 by 2030. I mean, $144,000 is not little money. It's a lot of money. If you guys watch my Tesla video, how many shares you need to retire on that one, the bear case said all you need is 98 shares, which is only 98,000. And that's an 8x, 7x. While here it's saying the bull case will give you 6x. But it's different. Amazon is much more matured and they've been around for some time, unlike Tesla. Nonetheless, man, I'm all in on Tesla, by the way. So yeah. So these are the amount of shares that you guys need to retire off Amazon by 2030. Now, personally for me, I'm looking more towards the base and bull case in between. I don't think the value of Amazon is going to be 7.6 trillion by 2030. Nor do I think it's gonna be over 10 trillion. I have a feeling it's gonna be between 8 to 9 trillion, and I think that's being realistic. It's hard to see Amazon triple in value in 8 years. They're very high growth. They're doing a lot of good things. Like for example, in 2020, they bought a lot of airplanes from WestJet and Delta because they want to do their own shipping instead of relying on FedEx and UPS. So this will increase profits for them, reduce costs for consumers on their website. So it's a win-win situation. Not only that, they're doing other cool things like Amazon Go. They're going into shopping malls, but not for retail purposes. Maybe some locations, but for the most part, they're gonna turn it into a warehouse. So when you guys order, you'll receive your package within 2-3 hours, which is absolutely unbelievable. There's no competition in that. And Amazon is just a Goliath and a beast. So you can't, no one can really mess with Amazon, man. The only company that can, and that's Alibaba. But it's in China. Those guys have a lot of problems there. It's just not gonna happen, man. Amazon is a Goliath and they'll continue to be a Goliath. And so that's why I say I'm in between the base and bull case around 8 to 9 trillion dollars valuation by 2030. So pretty much I'm saying it should be a 5x. If you put your money in now, by 2030, you should 5x your money. But again, guys, this is not a financial advice. This is all predicting. This is all for your entertainment. I'm not a financial advisor. We're all just trying to have fun here, but obviously using numbers that's, realistic, reliable, and facts. These numbers are based on history and obviously professional analysis as well. But more research is obviously needed. Do your DD and take this video with a grain of salt. Now, if you guys believe that 5x or 6x is not enough, or finding $250,000 is not that realistic, check out the Tesla version of this retirement video. 5x or 6x in this video, woof, it's not even the base for it, man. Check it out. A lot of people enjoyed this video. You will too. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, and I shall see you guys in the next video. See ya.